Beyond the dollar sign, rethinking how we measure progress. For decades, we have measured progress by a single metric, gross domestic product, or GDP. It tallies the market value of all goods and services produced. A high GDP signals a strong economy, or so we thought. But what about the well-being of the people within that economy? What about the health of our planet, our mental states, our sense of connection? GDP, in its simplicity, fails to capture the full spectrum of human experience. It's time for a revolution in how we measure success, one that goes beyond the dollar sign. We must integrate the principles of psychological science into our economic indicators. This means factoring in mental health, quality of life, sustainable practices, and social connections. By doing so, we can create a more accurate and holistic barometer of societal progress. This isn't just about feel-good metrics. It's about understanding the true drivers of a thriving society. When people are happy, healthy, and connected, they are more productive, more innovative, and more resilient in the face of challenges. The limits of GDP, why money isn't everything. GDP, for all its uses, is a flawed metric. It counts things like pollution cleanup and disaster recovery as positive contributions to the economy. It ignores the value of unpaid labor, such as childcare and volunteer work. And perhaps most importantly, it says nothing about the distribution of wealth, the state of our environment, or the overall happiness of our citizens. Imagine a country with a booming GDP but rampant inequality, where the rich get richer while the poor struggle to survive. Imagine a nation with pristine forests being razed to the ground to fuel economic growth. Imagine a society where people are materially wealthy but emotionally impoverished, suffering from stress, loneliness, and a lack of purpose. These scenarios highlight the limitations of relying solely on GDP. It's like judging a book by its cover, ignoring the richness and complexity of the story within. We need a more nuanced understanding of progress, one that acknowledges the interconnectedness of our economic, social, and environmental systems. The human factor, integrating well-being into the equation. Psychological science offers a wealth of insights into what makes life worth living. By incorporating measures of mental health, quality of life, sustainable practices, and social connections into our economic indicators, we can gain a more accurate picture of societal progress. This means tracking things like rates of depression and anxiety, levels of trust and social capital, access to green spaces, and feelings of purpose and belonging. It means measuring not just how much we produce and consume, but how these activities impact our well-being and the health of our planet. This holistic approach recognizes that true progress is not just about economic growth, but about creating a society where all citizens have the opportunity to thrive. It's about fostering a sense of shared purpose and collective responsibility for the well-being of ourselves, each other, and the planet we call home. Section 4. Pillars of a flourishing society: mental health, quality of life, sustainability, and connection. Let's delve deeper into the key components of a well-being-based economy. Mental health is fundamental to individual and societal well-being. A society that prioritizes mental health will see reductions in crime, increased productivity, and stronger social cohesion. Quality of life. This encompasses factors like access to affordable healthcare, education, housing, and leisure time. It's about creating a society where people have the resources and opportunities to live fulfilling lives. Sustainability. We must prioritize environmental protection and resource conservation for future generations. This includes investing in renewable energy, promoting sustainable consumption patterns, and protecting our natural ecosystems. Social connection. Strong social connections are crucial for happiness, resilience, and a sense of belonging. We need to foster communities where people feel supported, valued, and connected to something larger than themselves. By integrating these pillars into our economic decision-making, we can create a virtuous cycle where well-being fuels prosperity and prosperity, in turn, supports well-being. Section 5. From theory to action. Implementing a holistic measure of progress. Transitioning to a well-being-based economy requires a multifaceted approach. 1. Develop new metrics. We need to create and implement new indicators that capture the full spectrum of well-being, going beyond traditional economic measures. 2. Collect and analyze data. Regular data collection and analysis on these new indicators are crucial to track progress and identify areas for improvement. 3. Integrate into policy decisions. Governments and policymakers must incorporate well-being data into their decision-making processes, prioritizing policies that promote both economic prosperity and human flourishing. 4. Educate and engage the public. Raising public awareness about the importance of well-being is key to driving demand for change and encouraging individual actions that contribute to a more sustainable and equitable society. This is not a utopian vision, but a practical roadmap for creating a future where progress is measured not just by what we consume, but by how we live, how we connect, and how we thrive. Section 6. A brighter future. The transformative power of a well-being-based economy. Imagine a world where economic policy prioritizes the well-being of people and the planet. Imagine a future where GDP is just one data point among many, considered alongside measures of mental health, environmental sustainability, and social connection. In this future, businesses would be incentivized to prioritize employee well-being and environmental responsibility alongside profits. Governments would invest in social safety nets, education and healthcare, recognizing that these are not just expenses, but investments in human capital. This is the transformative power of a well-being-based economy. It's a future where success is measured not by how much we accumulate, but by how well we live, how sustainably we thrive, and how deeply we connect with each other and the natural world. It's a future worth striving for, a future where we redefine what it means to be truly prosperous.